were in a really good start, so ultimately not able to go on with it. What are your thoughts on the game overall?
Yeah, good start. And we needed a good start. We knew where we were physically. And look, I guess the fear was there, given it was 4 games in 11 days, how we'd finish the game and who we had available, what the changes would look like, how the fatigue would look. But ultimately, I think, once that second goal went in, it was going to be very difficult for us. And we tried, we battled hard, but in the end, not to be.
So the fatigue was definitely a major factor out there today?
Well, we lost the game, and I think the schedule is going to affect everyone. We had our 4th game in 11 days. I think Sydney did last night. I could look at many things and say, oh, we should have done this better and that better, but our boys put in the shift, and some of our boys, had to play a lot of minutes in the last 11 days after doing nothing for 5 weeks. So it's, I think we'll look internally. We'll try and improve it, and we just got to build from this and find a way to recover the boys, get them right for next week.
I guess the positive is that you've got a lot of young players getting opportunities. Pleased with the way those guys are starting to have impact in the team. Or
young players getting opportunity, it's great. But we lost the game tonight, so giving young players opportunity is one thing, but we do it because we think they're good enough, and we expect them to impact the team for the better. Just disappointed right now, but that's part of what we are as a club. We want to give opportunity to young players.
Obviously, there was enforced changes to the squad tonight. What did that detail as far as, was it injury, was it COVID, was it,
Yeah, look, we've lost 4 of our attackers in the space of a week, all to injury, and then we lost Nick Olsen last night due to COVID. So not ideal, but it's what it is. It's what was in front of us, and so I think we only had Nicola Miller, which was a recognised attacker, available for the game, and so we had to adapt. We had to make changes, and I thought, started the game quite well. Rama did quite well in that makeshift role for him, and Henry went up into a wing position as well. So for the boys that came in, like I said, they did their best, did the job that they could, and ultimately, though, we've come up short.
Did you feel like you were almost, or the team was almost too unselfish in front of goal, like not shooting enough and trying to pass it into the net almost?
It's hard to answer. We found ourselves in some good positions today. On other days we had 28 shots on Wednesday. Today I don't know if we were gun shy or maybe it was just fatigue. I'm not sure, but we certainly encouraged them to shoot. We had chances in that first half at 1-1. I think we had a couple of good ones just before half time. So didn't take them for whatever reason. And the second half panned out how it did. I felt less and less control from our team once the fatigue set in, and we had to make some forced changes. And I felt like we tried things, but it just wasn't going to be. And I think as the game went on, I think Adelaide were going to win and win well, and they did, unfortunately.
I got one more. Yeah. It seemed like a very physical game out there. Do you feel like the fatigue sort of let that physicality grow more and more?
No, 2 competitive teams. We've got a bit of history recently. There's obviously there's a semi-final last year, and we've had played them previously in the start of the season. They're always good battles in the physical games, and tonight was no different.
Thank you.
Questions on Zoom?
Warren, what's the situation with Juan and Alex? Obviously, it seems like an injury here. Are they serious ones or just niggly ones? Or?
Look, we don't know. Hopefully they're not too serious, but again, it's just the accumulation. I think with Juan, we rushed him back out of necessity. 3 games in the week was probably a bit too much. He's picked up a small hamstring injury. Alex is a quad, so we're not too sure the severity. That only sort of happened in the last 24, 48 hours that we knew they weren't going to play. So, throw that in with Luke and Cyrus, and it leaves us a bit short there. So hopefully that we can get them back as quick as possible.
Would you look to bring in any players?
Look, that's a discussion with the club, and at this stage, I'm not sure what our position is as a club in regards to bringing players in.
And finally, for me, mate, the first half penalty, Scotty Neville seemed pretty adamant that he felt he was a bit harshly adjudged to have given away a handball there, whether it was in the box or not.
No, I'm comfortable with it. It's seen and given. So I'm more disappointed about how we allowed the play or the phase of play that happened. We let Oliveira inside. He dribbled with the ball and no one shut him down. So that's as a coach, that's what I'm going to focus on and make sure we improve in those areas.
Thanks, Warren.
Thanks, mate.
Any questions, Val?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
All good. Thanks, Warren. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Warren.